What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cloud's Best Shinobi, and I am back with another reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to Vinland Saga Season 2 Episode 4. It's been a minute since we reacted to Vinland Saga, not necessarily, but it feels like it's been a minute if I'm being honest. I'm not gonna lie, that break I took, it kind of messed up my schedule in a bit. Hopefully I'm like in the camera right. I don't know for sure, but hopefully everything's good. But that little break I took kind of like, it kind of in a sense messed up my schedule, so I'm trying to play catch up. So far I've been able to keep up with my schedule except for the Tokyo Adventures video, simply because it got blocked twice when I tried to upload it, and it was really late, so I ended up having to try to re-upload it the next day. And yeah, so hopefully this will be able to go up on the exact day it is planned to go up, and the whole schedule will be able to, go on track and stuff like that. So, that being said, make sure to subscribe to my Patreon. You can watch every reaction completely unedited, and to me that's like a better deal than watching on YouTube with all the chops and edits and stuff like that. Of course, YouTube gets all the special effects and the funny zoom ins and stuff like that, and Patreon doesn't. But Patreon gets the full experience, which, if you ask me, I think is a better trade-off than having a bunch of funny edits and stuff like that. But last time on Norway, what did we have? Oh, Thorfinn lost an ear. He was getting cut up by Fox, and then Snake pulled up and then punched the lights out of Fox, bro, and completely just laid him out. So now we get to see exactly what is happening after that. So without further ado, grab your blankets, get comfortable, let's get into the reaction. Episode 4, Awakening. So they're picking up right where they left off. Man, still hard to see that. And he didn't even move. That's actually the craziest part about that. Bro, the fear that came over this man just from that voice is crazy. Spit it out, bro. Bro, I'm just now realizing this. He did that kind of punch without even moving. Like, he didn't lean in or nothing like that. He just extended his arm and straight knocked teeth out of his mouth. Baka. Look at Badger acting like a little female now, all blushy and shy. I wasn't just telling the little master's son to act like a man. I know this man Thorfinn pissed he didn't get to die. You finna hire him, huh? Oh wait, he can't. He belongs to the master. Is he like kin to Askeladd? Is this like Askeladd's kid or something? There was something about him that just like awoken Askeladd's memories. Maybe it's his fighting style. Maybe he was trained by Askeladd. Oh, so Thorfinn does want to live. He just tells himself that he doesn't. But his bodily instinct is to survive. Dang. So I'm guessing Thorfinn does want to survive. He was just telling himself he didn't. And Fox wasn't going for killing blows, and Thorfinn knew that, which is why he stood there and just took it without moving. But it seemed like Snake was actually going for a killing blow, and it made Thorfinn's body react. And of course, the whole thing about Askeladd in the eye is, my whole theory about Askeladd showing up in his eye is simply because the reason he's always lived and survived through every fight is because of his promise to kill Askeladd. So I think that's kind of like his now resolve. Oh, so they're causing trouble for the master himself. No, you wouldn't. That's why The Thorfinn never moved. The prince, I mean, the young master probably would have eventually did it, but they wouldn't have. Because it's not their property. They would have been sued, killed, or something for doing that. You know I got anger issues, bro. Oh. Was that the girl? Dang, she getting clutch.
お前な、パテールさんになんか一言ないのかよ。あのな、こういう時はありがとうございますって言うんだよ。ほれ。
Say it, Doran. I love how everything seems painted except for the characters. I love when they do that in anime. Like they paint the background but draw the characters. It helps the characters stand out and blend well with the environment more. I don't know why it does that, but I feel like if everything was just simply drawn, it would look, I don't know, everything would just blend together and it wouldn't pop right. So I love when they do that. I honestly don't think Thorfinn's not taking breaks, bro. Like I said last episode, Thorfinn is built different, bro. I feel like anyone who likes anime enjoys art, you know? Like there's no way you can watch anime and not enjoy art. Like paintings and just art in general. Like it's literally impossible because the whole thing is art. And I feel like that's people who don't like anime or people who don't have interest in art. It's literally simply that. Or they just don't watch it because they think they wouldn't like it. But then if they do watch it, they'll fall in love with the art. That's why I prefer newer anime over the old anime, simply because of the artistic style is always better. You need some of this chapstick, my boy? Yup. Teach me how to fight. Yup. Dang, bro, you nosy, ain't it? Plenty more. The man was doing it since he was a kid. You know, it would go way faster if they helped each other out. Instead of doing two separate trees, they just did one tree together. Like, I don't remember how many. Yeah, that was my guess. 5 or 6. He actually opened up to Anar a little bit. Not too much, but a bit. You can't be disgusted with him. He did what he has to do. Doesn't seem like it, but my next question would have been, why were you there at 5 or 6? You know? Try to get some more details as to the reason he was there so young. Because I doubt he's seen any other warriors or Vikings there that have been 5 or 6, let alone younger than 12, if anything. So that would have been a pretty good question for Anar to ask, right? Surprising that he didn't, since he's such a nosy character. Dang, does he hate Thorfinn now? Look like he got resentment in his eyes. They really just walked around setting fire to everything. Not only do they raid the place and kill anybody that's there, they burn everything down so they have no place to return to. That's like extra evil, bro. It's one thing to raid the place and to kill the people, but to give the survivors no place to go back to is pure evil, bro. I mean, it's definitely awake, and if you try, you will die. Remember, this Thorfinn is not even doing anything. Oh, I thought Thorfinn was just sitting there letting that happen. That man was actually asleep. What did Idnar expect to happen? You're in the lane of the land of the Danes. 9 times out of 10, anybody you run into has been there to England and helped fought. What do you expect to be happening? Damn, this man Thorfinn is hunted by everyone he's killed. Oh, that's Thorfinn making that noise. sure that was that. That's that woman that found him, right? And took care of him. Nah, Thorfinn was possessed. That's not a nightmare. He would have been woke up. Oh, was that just like insignificant? Thought that was supposed to mean something. Nah, Thorfinn is hunted by demons, bro. That man is too far gone. And it's crazy because his dad is not even there to teach him as a warrior how to deal with what's happening. Tell him what you did. I tried to kill you. Tried to end your life, bro. I tried to take your place on this earth and end it. And Nara is so strong. Man, ripped. Or my enemy. He already knows he's haunted by it, bro. He can't hold that against Thorfinn, bro.
お前は死にてえのか。お前がどんなひどい目にあったかなんて知らねえ。のんきにくっちゃべってられんのも誰かが違うだろ。
And Nara's spitting right now.
甘えだ。お前が俺の家族を殺したわけじゃねえだろうが。
Thank you, NR. Some shows, they act stupid. Like some other show in the world would have made him actually be mad at Thorfinn for that, and it would have pissed me off. I hate when shows do that. Thorfinn be having some crazy nightmares, bro. Like his nightmares are different. He doesn't even wake up unless somebody else wakes. I have a nightmare for 2 seconds. The second it get crazy, I wake up, bro. I'm not gonna sit there through that nightmare. Got me messed up. Is this Prince Canute? Who is it? Pretty sure that's Prince Canute. Well, I feel like that's one of the few guesses I've gotten right about this whole show. But wow, bro, that whole episode was the best episode so far. Literally, the whole, like, much didn't happen, but a lot happened, right? The whole thing about Inar learning about Thorfinn's past, or like part of his past, was very interesting to see. Also, it was interesting to see how Inar handled the whole situation and decided not to blame Thorfinn for the sins of the other Danes, right? And of course Thorfinn isn't not guilty because he still went there and did what he did. But at the end of the day, Inar doesn't know Thorfinn's reasoning, right? And of course there's no justifiable reason, but as Thorfinn being raised as a Viking, he didn't turn out that bad, honestly. He could have been a lot worse. He could have enjoyed doing what he did. He simply just did it so he can get back at the man that killed his father, right? So it's understandable. That was the only chance he could have gotten to do it. Plus, he learned a lot from doing it. So, you know, and that's just how you have to think about it. You have to think of it as two different paths to, you know, achieve what you want, you know. And sadly, Thorfinn had to take the harsh path. But in the end, I was going to say came out a better person, but I feel like he's still developing to the point where we can't say he came out a better person. It's kind of like a Zuko kind of situation, you know, like he was raised by someone, you know, that isn't really his father, and that became his father and stuff like that through the journey, and he did a lot of things he's not proud of as a, you know, while he was young. But in the end, Zuko came out to become like a better person, you know. It was worth it, you know. His journey was worth it, and I feel like Thorfinn is gonna have that same kind of journey, you know, a journey that's worth it and not just a journey that's pointless and will be ended over something stupid. And I really hope that's the case. I really hope Thorfinn can, maybe at the end of this, or at the end of all this, Thorfinn starts a family, you know, he goes back with his sister and stuff like that, and, you know, he goes up there and teaches his kids this, that, and the third, you know. And also, hopefully, Inar and Thorfinn become good friends. to comment on what I said about last video about Anar not being a likable character, this episode definitely changed my mind on Anar. If he didn't choose to like forgive Thorfinn, I probably would not have liked Anar anymore. But I love how protective Anar is over people he doesn't even know. Like, he just doesn't like people being treated badly, regardless of if he knows them or not. So I like that about Anar, and I like that about him in the last episode too. But it still wasn't enough to justify me liking his character. But this episode kind of redeemed him fully, in my opinion, and him deciding to not release his anger on Thorfinn just because he's a Dane that went to war and stuff like that, and decide to, you know, let it go. And obviously they're gonna become some sort of friends. Even they technically are already friends, but I feel like that whole Anar learning about Thorfinn's past kind of broke their friendship a bit, and now they have to like rebuild it up again. So hopefully they do become good friends, and you know, yeah. And I'm still curious as to who's this season about. It doesn't seem like it's about Thorfinn though. It seems like it's more about Anar. At first I thought Anar was gonna just be like the person that would lead us to Thorfinn, and then we'll take back over to Thorfinn. But instead it seems like this is Anar story with Thorfinn as his follow along, right? So Thorfinn doesn't seem like the main character of this story, but it definitely seems like Anar is. And you know, I'm not mad at it, honestly. I'm not. I feel like it gives us a different take on the whole situation, allowing us to step away from Thorfinn mostly and start focusing more on a different character. And maybe Thorfinn will Anar will become like his dad Thors and what's his name, Thorkel, I think his name was. Maybe they'll become like that kind of friendship, you know, like two great fighters that, you know, respect each other, you know. That's what I'm hoping happens, at least. And yeah, with that being said, this is me, What Clouds by Shinobi. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Patreon down below in the description, so you can see every reaction completely unedited and get my full opinions and views throughout the whole episode. It's me, What Clouds by Shinobi, and I'm out. Peace.